I am completely over this story. The Bloodline story post SummerSlam 2023 to where Jimmy Uso has turned on Jey Uso. And Roman Reigns is still your WWE World Heavyweight Universal Champion. I am almost over this story. Like, I'm almost done, man. For many reasons. It's not because of the Jimmy Uso turn. It's not because of that. It's not because of that. Because if you've been really been paying attention to this story, it makes all the sense in the world. All the sense in the world. So, first of all, Jimmy Uso, the week before Night of Champions, when the Usos was going to take on Sami and KO for the tag titles, Jimmy said himself, I am the tribal chief. The week after Night of Champions, after Jimmy turned on Roman exposed to Jey that Jimmy thought Jey should not be the tribal chief. They have been planting the seeds for this. The problem is, I am tired of the Roman Reigns match template. I'm tired of him half the match walking around, just talking to the crowd, talking to the camera, and it's been boring. He's doing what Brock Lesnar has been doing or was doing since his return to WWE, which is rely solely on one move and then stalled. One move, stalled. One move, stalled. That gets boring after a while, especially after a 4-hour show. And the thing is, this is not like we saw this at WrestleMania. We saw this versus Brock. We saw this versus Cena. We saw this versus Edge. We saw this versus Drew. We saw this versus Sami. I am just tired of seeing the same thing over and over again. And plus, the biggest issue with this match, if we're talking about Roman and Jey, is nobody in the right mind believed Jey was going to win this match. Nobody in the right mind believed Jey was going to win this match. Why? Because the title was on the line. Which brings us to the biggest issue I have and continue to have and will always have is Cody should have won at WrestleMania. I know there are people out there, oh my God, Cody should have gone through adversity. First of all, I know, that's y'all sound insane, okay? Cody's entire career was adversity, okay? For him to have to go through, take losses to all of a sudden prove that he can win, that don't even make sense. So you want him to lose to then prove that he should be able to win? That don't make sense. Y'all got in your mind that Cody Rhodes is John Cena. He's not John Cena. He's a 10 times better wrestler, 10 times better promo. He actually understands psychology, which is what my biggest issue with John Cena was for the most of his career. Cody Rhodes understands all that. He's not John Cena. He's not going to be a guy that just continue. He's not going to be a guy that in his prime just kill the entire roster and never lose and be this Superman. That's not what Cody Rhodes is going to be. I know a lot of y'all fear that. That's why a lot of y'all were happy when he lost. I don't feel that way. The crescendo of the Bloodline story should have been at WrestleMania, and then the aftermath. If you take the title off of Roman, think of everything y'all saw post WrestleMania. Would that have not made more sense? From Roman losing his world titles to now wanting to hold some type of gold, some type of trope to feel complete. So it goes after KO and Sami, who interfered in the match at WrestleMania, and he blames them for him losing the title, only for then Jimmy to turn on Roman because he's tired of Roman, who at this point would have been more angry, more aggressive, more insane, more uncaring, more rude, more manipulative, and would have took all his aggression and anger and emotions out on his bloodline, on his cousins. And at some point, Jimmy Uso would have had his breaking point to be like, I'm not taking this no more, and I'm doing this for you, Uso, too, talking to Jey. And then, not only for that to happen, but then the Usos beat Roman and Solo. For then, at SummerSlam, after Jey Uso looks like he's finally going to get the job done and beat Roman again, but this time for the tribal chief trope, which is what this entire story at SummerSlam was. The title was secondary. This whole story was about who's going to be the tribal chief. They started the match with delay. Roman telling Jey, if you beat me, you get this. He didn't give him the title and show him the title. He showed him the lay, which is symbolism for being the tribal chief. This story will make way more sense had Cody just won at WrestleMania. And now you tell the story of what does a post-World Championship Roman look like. This story would make way more sense. And then Jimmy, who's been playing second fiddle this entire storyline, has been the third wheel this entire storyline, says, I'm tired of being on the sidelines, and I do not like the seeds they've been planting for the longest. I do not want my brother to be able to have power over me, and I'm tired of my brother getting all the spotlight, all the praise, as if I wasn't also the backbone and core of this bloodline. It makes all the sense in the world. All the sense in the world. But y'all didn't do that. You kept the title on Roman. So fine. You kept the title on Roman. Again, I had no I had no intrigue nor belief that Jey was going to win. The only thing I cared about is I want to see how they're going to get to the finish. That's the only thing I wanted to see. How are they going to get to the finish? Is The Rock going to come out? Is Rikishi going to come out? Is it going to be a new Uso or a new Bloodline member? How are they going to get to the end here? And they just did what they always do. Solo interferes. And you know what? I just wanted something different. I wanted Roman, who's supposed to be made to be the most dominant champion ever. I was hoping, just for a small second, that Roman will actually beat Jey clean. By hook, by crook, by a chair, by a table, whatever, by a low blow. At least he did it by himself. Isn't that how they build the tribal combat story and match going into SummerSlam? Did they not say no family members can interfere? Did they not say that? Roman, who has not beaten anybody of significance clean since what? WrestleMania? And I'm talking about WrestleMania 38 when he beat Brock Lesnar. So let me get this right. He was able to beat probably the most dominant person who was able to beat the streak at WrestleMania 38. Clean. But he can't beat Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes. He can't beat none of these guys clean. He can't even beat his own cousin clean, even though he was able to do it 3 years prior in a Hell in a Cell. Take out both Usos. Now we can't beat nobody clean. This is a problem I have with this story is the title is secondary. And I don't care for the title because they don't care for the title. This is the first time Roman was defending the championship since WrestleMania. That was a whole 4 months ago. They clearly don't care about the title. And now Roman allegedly is going to be gone again. So now we have a champion who's not going to be there every week, which I never subscribe to a champion not being there every week. I hate it when Brock Lesnar did it. I hate it now when Roman does it. I hate it. A champion, a world champion, should be there every single week, or at least give a reason why he's not there. I hated it when The Rock is my favorite wrestler of all time. When he started getting into Hollywood, started doing movies in 2000, when he was a champion and wasn't there, I felt away. Your champion should be there, or you find a way to write him off for a week. Not because he just shows up when he feels like it, and then decides to defend. The nigga, he's the greatest champion of all time. They're trying to make that argument, yet he never defends the title. And then when he does defend it, I understand he's supposed to be a heel, whatever have you, or a bad guy. But there was a time to where he still was able to beat people clean. He beat John Cena clean. Like, Like, what are we talking about? How is it you went 3 years into your reign and now no longer you know how to beat people clean? How? Like, it's just everything surrounding this, man. I'm just sick and tired of it, man. Like, can we just fit? And the biggest thing I think why people are turning on this is it's like we know where this leads to. Is that no, we're not going to get Roman versus The Rock. No, there's not going to be no new champion. We'll have to wait another 8 months. 8 months before we can finally get done with this Roman Reigns reign. And that's what I think people are tired of. It's like, this is the never-ending story. Triple H, talking about we don't end stories. There's supposed to be an end to a story. That's how stories work. There's a beginning and end. This is a never-ending story. All we keep getting is turns after turn after turn after turn after turn after turn after turn after turn. Like, can we get an end point to this story? Like, you have been talk about patience. You have really been begging on fans having the patience to wait. You have made to where you have given us a hero time after time after time, all the way going back all the way to WrestleMania 37, when people wanted Daniel Bryan to win, then Edge to win, Finn to win. Like, but we kept saying, you know what? We're gonna wait. Let's see what they do. And then Sami happened. Thank God for Sami. If Sami Zayn did not enter this storyline last year, this story I think would have been over way quicker. But Sami Zayn happened. Y'all are missing that. Y'all don't have a Sami Zayn right now. There's nobody to truly keep you intrigued. Yeah, we love Jay. But at the end of the day, it's just like, come on, man. Like, none of us truly believe he could be a world champion. Same thing for Jimmy. All due respect to them. It's a certain it factor you got to have. They just don't have that. It just is what it is. But it's just like, bruh, we're going to have to wait another 8 months? Another 8 months for this goddamn title reign to be over, man? It's just like, man, who got the patience for that? Just wake me up. I'm going to sleep. Wake me up at WrestleMania 40, man. Just let me know once we get there. Because it's like, I don't care about none of this other stuff. Nobody, I can't say nobody. I don't speak for everybody. I could care less about a Jimmy versus Jay feud. Yes, I said it makes complete sense, but I could care less about the match. I don't care about Jimmy versus Jay. That's like when they're trying to make the Dudleys feud. Like, I don't care about Devon and Bubba Ray Dudley feuding. I barely cared about the Hardys feuding. Like, I just don't care. Like, great tandems and tag teams, like, it barely ever works when you try to make it a feud. This is not like Bret Hart and Owen Hart. Owen Hart did not grow up alongside Bret Hart when Bret Hart became who Bret Hart was in WWF. Owen Hart just came out of nowhere in '93 and was doing his own thing. I think he teamed with Coco Beware. Like, he was doing his own thing. Owen and Bret never became a tandem, never became a tag team. The only thing we knew was that they were brothers. So when they went against each other, it didn't mean anything. But this, I don't care about Jimmy and Jay. I know they want to, and I know the match they'll have at probably WrestleMania 40 will be awesome. That's fine. But I don't care about it. Definitely not now. And also, I don't care about Solo. I don't care about y'all trying to tease Solo want to be Tribal Chief. I'm over it, man. I am over it, dog. I'm over it. I don't care. I don't care. They're probably gonna try to do Seth and Roman as Survivor Series. I do not care. I am over it. Let me know we're on the road to WrestleMania. Let me know when we're in January, bro. And I think the biggest issue with WWE, I'm gonna be honest. You wanna know why this Bloodline storyline has been dragged on so long? It's because I think they have the same syndrome that Eric Bischoff Russo and WCW had with the NWO. They don't know what to do after their biggest storyline. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Paul Heyman out here, he's supposed to be involved too. They don't know what to do. Go watch WCW 98, 99, 2000. NWO was supposed to end Starrcade December 97. Every storyline after that still had an iteration of NWO. They had nowhere to go. They didn't know what to do. And I feel like that's just, they don't want to admit it. They could talk about, we're just telling stories. Paul Heyman could talk about we're in the third inning. They can say all that they want to. The real thing, the honest, the God truth is, they don't know where to go after this. They're afraid to actually think of something new to do after this Bloodline story is over. And the funny part is, y'all have an easy story to tell. Because at the end of the day, this Bloodline storyline still revolves around one man only, and that's Roman Reigns. And you can finally tell the story of him losing the title, losing the Bloodline, and now he's on his redemption story to becoming who he truly wants to be and just loved by everyone, to where the fans finally, pun intended, accept him and acknowledge him. The whole acknowledge him is from the fact that the fans throughout his entire career never embraced him. So now you tell the story after he loses the title, loses the Bloodline, loses his family. He gets on the redemption story to finally be accepted by the fans while still staying true to himself. To where he eventually, after not having the title for like a year, wins the title back. That's the story. And go from there. It's an easy story to tell. But WWE are afraid. Triple H, Paul Heyman, y'all are afraid to branch out and create a new story. That's what the issue is. The Bloodline did not jump the shark, but it's dragging out too long. You need to have an end point. And the problem is, by the time we get to WrestleMania 40, yeah, it'll be a great Roman finally loses, all that, but it's not going to be the same. Imagine if we would have had Infinity War, then Endgame, Thanos wins, and we have to wait another 2 movies before Thanos loses. It's not going to feel the same. Imagine the Avengers did all that. The Avengers assembled, Captain America, Thor, Black Panther came back. All that. Only for Thanos to win again. This is what's happening right now. And it's finally dawned on the fans that this story is not ending. It is not ending anytime soon, and we're just redoing the same thing over and over again. It's time to end this story. My vote was to end it at WrestleMania. Then when I saw it wasn't going to end, I said, okay, well, at least end it at SummerSlam. Not going to do that. And my vote is to end it at Survivor Series. And the thing is, I feel like if you do Roman and Cody at Survivor Series, have Cody win, have Roman be the guy to try to get his title back. It's a completely different match, to where you truly don't know if Roman is going to win or Cody's going to win. Because Cody will be the champion going into WrestleMania, and Roman will be chasing him, adding a new dynamic to the match. By doing Roman and Cody again at WrestleMania 40, there is no new dynamic. I don't care about the whole, well, he don't have the bloodline no more. He shouldn't need the bloodline to win a match. He's Roman Reigns. So at the end of the day, the best case scenario in my eyes, have Cody beat Roman Reigns at Survivor Series. Have Roman win the Royal Rumble. Go on to chase Cody and do Cody versus Roman 2. But this time it's Roman chasing Cody to get his life back, get his titles back, get his kingdom back. And you could possibly have Roman beat Cody, but at least there's a different story there. Not doing Cody Roman again at WrestleMania 40. It just man. I'm just ready for this to be over, man. I'm just ready for this to be over. But that's how I feel. I honestly feel that way. Let me know how you feel. Are you over the Bloodline storyline? Do you still love it? Are you still passionate about it? Do you still feel like there's a lot of story left to be told? Or how do you see the Bloodline story ending? For me, once again, if I was fantasy booking this, I would have Cody. I would have had Cody win at WrestleMania. But best case scenario, Cody wins the Survivor Series. Roman wins the Rumble, faces Cody, and we do that match a second. We do a third Roman versus Cody at WrestleMania 40 to see who wins the rubber match, which probably Cody should win. But that's the best case scenario for me. But that's not going to happen. Roman's going to continue to not show up, to stay at home, be on vacation. They're going to tease him versus Solo dissension, only for him to do. This is probably going to be him versus Solo at Royal Rumble. He finally beats Solo, so now he has no family left. And then Cody wins the Rumble again, and then they do the match. They basically do the same thing all over again. So that's probably what happens here. And at the end of the day, the goal is for Cody to win the title in my eyes. And the goal is to also do The Rock and Roman in my eyes for the tribal chief trope. Again, it's just, man. But we'll see what happens, man. If maybe somehow Triple H and Paul Heyman can pull something out their ass and keep us intrigued. Who knows? Maybe The Rock will come back, or I don't know. Maybe they're Creed. I don't know. I have no idea. But like, comment, subscribe, share all the things are the things. Welcome to the Hive, bitch. Hayes Arcade. If you're not down with that, I got two words for you. Suck it.